What a circus. 2 long weeks of leaks and drops. Beautiful, lovely front page, brown nosing coverage every day. And then finally, the day arrives, the actual budget drops, and they all miss the story. So what is the story? Well, they were all beaten to the story by our 25-year-old, 3 years as a journalist, reporter, Callum Foote, who had what the story is. It affects 10 million Australians. LMITO, they call it. It's the low and middle income tax offset. It effectively comes off on July 1, and that means that 10 million Australians, anyone on between $20,000 and $125,000 a year, which is a lot of people, they will lose $50 tax offset a week or thereabouts, depending on their wage bracket. What have we actually been told then? What a wonderful, wonderful budget it is. Here it is in this poor excuse, this colourful toilet paper that is the Daily Telegraph. Oh, it's great for tradies. It's a fistful of dollars for families. It's fuel relief at the petrol bowser. It's a working class plan. Well, no, it's not. They too have egregiously missed the story. The story is no more LMITO from July 1. So Josh has come out with a massive sugar hit for the economy, all these handouts, but they're all one-offs. The tax offset is an ongoing thing, which will make every one of these 10 million people worse off. So there it is. Government's media allies, like Pravda, the lot of them, serving up every day, just being exploited like a bunch of zombies, a bunch of dazed hospital patients walking around in their arseless white gowns, just drip-fed, carrying their little drips around every day. Here's a scoop, here's an exclusive, leak after leak after leak, just completely used by Morrison and Frydenberg and their PR wizards. Just used. They should invoice them a lot of money. But of course, they don't need to because they're already being paid by the government. And this is the point. 9, 7, News Corp, all subsidised by the government, all on the government advertising drip, as well as their corporate advertisers. This is a symbiotic relationship. To be fair, Karl Stefanovic, possibly having read Callum's story, did bring this up with Josh Frydenberg.
Treasurer, you're also giving workers this $1,500 tax cut this year and abolishing it, though, next year. Doesn't that mean you're actually increasing tax for 10 million Australians?
No, we're not. We're actually cutting taxes, and that's what a coalition government is elected to do.
But effectively, it was an effective fib because, of course, the loss of a tax benefit is exactly the same as higher taxes. This is the very same crew, these media magnates. There was shrieking, screaming hysterically about debt and deficit day in, day out around the change of the last government, the Labor government. So there we have it. The budget finally arrives and they miss the story. What a budget it is. The Fin Review, cash splash dash is their headline. The Australian, good old Australian, Rupert Murdoch's national broadsheet with its manicured picture of Josh Frydenberg with a very, very large head indeed. The cost of winning. It's all justified. All this poor economics, this poor management, this media tripe, everything is justified because the coalition are trying to win an election. And so it is that they're going to go into an election. They may even call it sometime in the next few days. And they're going to be saying, let's keep on track. Stick with the winning team. No matter their appalling record on so many things. And the debt is going to absolutely pierce the $1 trillion mark shortly. We'll be paying $25 billion to foreign financiers in interest costs alone. $25 billion on our $1.2 trillion debt. But they'll be telling us to keep on track. That's what we need to do. That is going to be their election pitch. On track. On track for what? More fossil fuel subsidies? Yes. Up 12% last year to $12 billion. Subsidies for fossil fuel companies. That will continue. On track perhaps to reduce climate spending every year. On track to burn the planet. On track, no doubt, to higher share prices and higher house prices. But unfortunately, if you're not on track on that train, on that gravy train, you are a loser, because Australia is on track to a trenched inequality which has got markedly worse since this government has been in power and with the help of all the handouts during the pandemic. As we sail towards the election, we'll keep you up to speed on all the developments in federal politics. We'll try to get you the real story, not the exclusive